searching, stop you looking, cause you found it. The realest in the city, don't you? I heard you searching, stop your looking, cause you found it. The realest is in the city, don't you doubt it.
Welcome back to Truly Unapologetic, the podcast. I'm your host, Justin. With me as always, we got Mook, we got Chavez, and we got Shy.
Yep.
What's going on, y'all?
What's up, man?
What's good, brothers?
It's good to be back, man.
For sure.
How was y'all week so far, man?
I had an interesting day. Had an interesting day, man. You know, we talked about it offline, but just know it's important to have a good partner, man. That supports you through hard times, man. Thank God for that.
My week
Understandable.
My week been pretty, rocky. We in the middle now, but after Chavez, a little humor. That was it cheered me up for the rest of the week. So I'm good.
What about you, bro?
Shit cool, man. Day could definitely be more shitty, but I mean, I appreciate the day for what it is.
Yo, I cannot with y'all. Yeah, I cannot. But I definitely agree, man. It's always good to have a laugh. It's always good. Laughter is one of the best therapies, methods overall. So I'm with y'all on that. But for me, a few weeks ago, it was just Halloween. So I mean, the family and I kind of went out, did some, I guess you can say, we celebrated, doing some costumes, and went to a haunted house. And it was dope. We kind of do that every single year. Caden, he loves that stuff, man. He loves anything scary, even though he's the first one to get scared. He claims he loves it. So
we're gonna take him to the trap house, nigga. We're gonna take him to the real haunted house. With a real
facts, bro.
We're gonna take him out on Burke Street, man. It's a real scary shit you can't run from, nigga.
He don't know anything about that. So you right. We definitely gotta line that one up ASAP.
Who allowed you in the haunted? Who allowed you in the haunted house?
That's
what you mean, yo?
Justin come in bigger than all the Boston.
That's what I'm saying. Oh my bad.
They think he worked there. He in there scaring all the people and shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you though.
The entire time,
No, my peripheral be on it, yo. The whole entire time, yo. When I'm walking through, they be trying their best to scare me, but it don't be working, yo.
They be giving walking through. They be giving it up.
Caden be like, Dad, there's someone behind you. I said, I know. Like, bro, you don't turn around. Like,
that's the whole time. You feel like somebody on his neck in that joint, trying to keep it together.
He can get his straps together.
That's the thing, yo. That's how you get caught. You get caught up when you turn around. Like, yo, I'm black. I ain't turning around. Like, I know you there. Like, I'm good. I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna keep it moving and make it to the end.
But the whole time your kid got you feeling secure. As long as he cool, you cool, I'm cool.
Yo, the funniest part about it though, he had a Spider-Man costume on, right? And he was more scared than anyone. And the actors and whatnot, they were breaking character. They're like, Spider-Man not supposed to be this scared. Like, it's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Look, whole time his partner speeding off on him.
Bruh. Whole time, yo. It's but they were dope though. I love the way they were spinning things into it, whatever. They were spinning like our costumes into what they were saying. And yeah, his fear was hilarious. I wish that was on camera, yo. My man was gone.
Tingling.
Gotta love
it. His joint wasn't tingling at all. Yo, my man was getting spooked around every corner. I'm like, come on, Peter. Like, what's happening, yo? But no, it's crazy because throughout that time, out, just walking around, because it was down in like old Baltimore, whatever the case may be. So it was like kind of like old city vibes, like how it is in Philly. And when I'm walking around at first, before you get called in line to kind of go in for your turn, it was just tons of folks that were there. Everybody's wearing costumes, they're wearing masks, or they're wearing makeup, or they're wearing something in general. And I don't know, I just got to thinking, and I was processing things like, and it made me think to myself, like, yo, in a way, in a sense, we all wear like masks, like regardless if it's for us to protect ourselves or if it's for us to conceal something, or either or, like I mean personally, work wise. And I was just like, I just couldn't shake like that notion, because as I'm going around checking everyone's costumes, like, oh, that's a dope costume. I mean, okay, they threw that together. Like I'm going around like just judging, based off of what they're doing and how they're dressed, or if they're fully in character. They got the accents or whatever. They're doing one-liners. It was just, it really drove me to this question, and I wanted to ask you guys this. My question for y'all is like, what do people commonly assume about you? And how does it differ from who you truly are?
Oh man, let me tell you. First and foremost, man, walking around with locks. Number one, they think you're a roster. So I'm a funny dude. Yo, listen, they're like Rastafari. I'm like, Wagwan,
Wagwan,
man.
Wagwan.
Listen, it got to the point I had to call my mom and ask for the background check on me. I'm like, yo, am I mixed with Jamaican? Because everybody calling me Jamaican, and I'm claiming this shit, and I don't want to get caught with a fraud pass, man. You know what I mean? Like, I want my car revoked, man. So, on
Wait.
that
So
note,
what did your 23? What did your 23 and me say? Are you 1%?
I mean the 23-1. I ain't got that far. The one the 23. I can say ask my mom. That's how far I got on that scale. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna do it. But just the perception of that, man. Philly people. I'm in New York, so they think we all angry. We get rowdy. They're like, oh, you walk a little different. You talk a little different. You don't have that mean mug that everybody's used to. So it just had that perception of it. And when you break that ice, they're like, Chevy came out the hood, man. He be all right. I thought everybody in there was like from Baghdad or something, man. Like, he all right. He still got the Sunni, but other than that, you know.
So are you saying that I guess how it differs from you is, I mean, because I know I've known you for years now, but
Right.
just for the audience and those who don't know you, so you're saying you're not a stone cold angry, like send your
Nah,
brotherly
man.
love, but you don't
Nah,
got
I'm
no
a
love, like you.
lovable dude, man. And first and foremost, because we all grew up in the same spot. You know what I mean? So we know we've been around it, but we've been fortunate enough that people be like, "No, y'all good. Y'all go over there. If y'all need something, you come over here." You know what I mean? So we've been blessed to be sheltered in that way. So, but you've been around things that you've been witness to. Is hard to not talk about it, or you say, "Yeah, I'm from there. I know exactly what you're talking about. I get the perception, but I'm the rare case that made it out that situation." So, I'm just fortunate to have that. But outside looking in, they're like, "Oh, he gonna rob me." You know what I mean? It's a whole, it's a whole
Real
different thing,
shit.
man.
I feel you on that. What about y'all?
I would say most people probably think I'm a people person. Like, I mean, with y'all, I'm always like real cool. I can bust it up with y'all, but I am kind, but I'm not really that friendly. Like for real, for real. Like, I'm real more standoffish. Like I like to just be by myself.
That's it.
So I mean,
Go ahead, Philly. Go ahead, Philly.
you drunk.
So wait, so they assume that you're a people person. Why do you think that though? Like what do you think is the reason? I would say, because like you said, you know yourself, and
Yeah,
you know
well,
maybe a
I'll
little
say
introverted.
Well, I would say normally because I guess because I know how to interact with people really well. So I mean, I'm how to know how to keep a conversation, spark a conversation up with somebody, kind of chill vibes. But for real, I'm kind of ready for it to be over. Like if I'll engage with you if I have to. I'll make the best out of the situation. But for real, I probably don't want to be here. Like, right.
I'm just here for the drinks.
I cannot,
I
man.
probably don't want to be here. It's really how he is.
You know
That's
that though, bro. Like
crazy.
I
He
probably
don't
don't want
want
to
to
be here.
be here.
True. True.
No, I feel you on that, man. I mean, like I said, obviously I've known you for years too. I mean, you have a way to be able to coexist.
Yeah.
Like like when you out and about, it don't matter if we going out, like if we just chilling or we going out, like as far as like linking up, like bars, lounges, etc. Your energy is you don't see that. So that's interesting, like you said, for you to share that. You ain't want to be bothered. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. What about you, bro?
Yeah, most people's perception of me is that like I'm unapproachable, or like I could be mean or something just by the way I look, or because like I don't walk in a room just talking. Like I'm more observant, so that's one thing most people get wrong.
That's
I
it.
Okay.
feel like I'm real approachable. Like I'm regular, bro. I just don't speak unless I'm spoken to.
Said the
Y'all
man
peep
in
how
the
he said
Dickie
with his face,
suit.
right? My man had the straightest face in the world. Like, I'm real approachable.
I'm real
I'm real,
approachable.
I'm real approachable.
Come talk to
Come
me.
holler at me.
I'm approachable.
Yo,
Come holler at me.
my man covered in tattoos and everything. Yeah, I'm real. Come
Tattoos.
talk to me. I'm real approachable.
We could talk about financial stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
financial literacy. We could talk about health and herbs and shit. My
that's
tats mean
true.
something. We could talk about my tats. My tats are positive. You feel
That's true.
No, I feel you on that, bro. That's dope. Like I said, I mean that whole perception, what people they see us. I mean, and I say us, and I mean us. Again, we all African American. So when they see us, it automatically comes with something, and then
Right.
depending on how we carry ourselves, if you got dreads, if you're got an imposing stature, if like you said, if you got a look to you, your face, like it's
Even if you
always
tall,
something
man,
additional.
tall's a big
Yeah,
thing.
me? For
yeah.
some reason,
I don't know nothing about that.
another
Yeah, you still got him, man. Don't
another.
worry.
Hey, chill, Sean, chill. Don't get into it. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get into it. It's too
We ain't
early.
gonna get into it. We ain't gonna get into it.
Save it for
I
story
cannot.
time, man. We ain't gonna talk about my man.
But seriously though, so for me, I'll share, I guess, what most people commonly assume about me, and that's that I'm always happy, that I never had a bad day. These are all things that I've been told at some point in time in my life, my career wise, in general. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to assume that people don't think that I can't have a bad day, but what they have expressed to me is that you never have a bad day. So if I come in and I'm normally on an 8 to a 9, whatever my energy and things like that from regular life or whatever the case may be, it's like immediately something's wrong with Justin. And I could I'm just chilling. Like I'm good. Like I'm good. There's nothing, like it may not be nothing necessarily wrong, but if I'm not on that 8 or that 9, it's immediately something's wrong. There's something wrong with Justin.
Something's
Let's talk
wrong with
to him.
that tall black man. He is
Bruh,
not
bruh.
happy.
It's literally, yo.
He's not
So
happy.
it blows my mind. So whenever I share my stories, because y'all know I've been through a lot in life. So whenever I may happen to share something with someone, they're like shocked, like genuinely shocked. Like I never knew. And I have to go there and tell them. And I've shared that with people in general for work and outside of work, that when I show up to an event or if I show up to work, like I leave my baggage at the door. And when I leave, I make sure I pick it up so that y'all don't trip over it on your way out. Like
Hold on.
that's
Tell him where you picked that shit up at.
Pause.
Tell him where you picked that shit up at. I
Put a
don't think
yeah,
beat
y'all
on
heard.
that when you say it next time. Get
I
that
don't
man.
think
One more
y'all heard the
time, man.
bar. He just,
It was a bar though.
One more
hey,
it
time,
That
is.
man.
definitely
One
was
more
a
For
bar.
time.
y'all
One more
hey.
safety,
time.
he picked this shit up.
Yo,
Go
it's
ahead.
fact.
I'm gonna let you go.
I mean, it's real. It's facts. So think about that. Like my baggage is my baggage, and just because I go through something, we got work to do, or we got things to do, whatever that looks like. So yeah, I got to pick my stuff up, because if I don't, what's the point? If I leave it there, y'all gonna trip over my stuff, or try
Talk
to
to
pick it
him,
up your stuff. Like
cuz.
it's just too much,
Yeah.
yo, too much.
Listen,
So I
you
Talk
in
to
mean,
your
him,
own
cuz.
you in your own bag.
Right.
I mean, just
yeah,
don't trip
fact.
over my shit.
That's it. Don't be
Yeah,
asking
man. So I
questions when you
mean,
touching that shit either. Don't be asking questions, man.
That's why I always shared that with them, because I don't want people to think that I was ever insensitive to whatever they could be going through. However, we walk through that threshold, we got to shed it. You don't got to drop it. You don't got to forget it. You got to shed it, because you got to go pick it back up when you leave, because it's life. We all dealing with something. So it's healthy ways to kind of deal with it. But that's the perception. No one really knows a lot of things. I don't always share a lot. But when I do, that's their biggest perception of me is Yeah, I never knew you had a bad day in your life. I would have assumed this. Other than that, nah, people, I don't know what it is. I try to have a stone cold face. And even if I do have like a straight stone cold face, like I said, I'm 6'5", I'm 240. I'm thinking ain't nobody gonna talk to me. No, for some weird reason, it's like talk to me on my forehead. Like
That's
it could
it.
be an old lady, old dude. It could be a younger guy. It could be some dude that you would think like I'm kind of assuming who he is, but then they're speaking to me. What's up, Chief? What's up, champ? Like it's like, why are you talking? Are you talking to me to make sure I ain't about to rob you?
Jesus
Like what?
Christ.
That's it.
Look,
You gotta
look,
check. You gotta
no,
check
he
your
ain't even
voice
say
out.
that. He ain't say the real. What's up, big dog? What's up, big man?
Yeah,
But at one
yeah,
point
yeah.
all year, everybody that seen him was calling him big man. I don't know what was going on. Pause.
I don't know
Every
either.
time they say,
You would
"What's
have
up,
thought
big man? Hey,
you would
big
have thought
man."
I was like official, like in every hood is like, oh, that's big man. We know who he is. Like that's the way. Yeah, I be walking
No, he
around.
good. That's a
You know what's
fact.
crazy
I could be
about
at
that,
the,
Justin? You know what's
what's
crazy
up?
about that? Like, I feel like people be trying to be smart when they call me big man. I be like, for real? Like,
He don't
no,
speak
for
that.
real. They be like, all right, big dog, big homie. I'm
Ain't
like,
nobody call you big man,
I
bro.
promise you, bro. Like, I'm dead
That's
serious.
when that's when the Philly kicks in shot for you real fast.
Yo.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
Stop the cap.
It's no cap.
stop the cat.
It's no cap. But I'm telling you, man. I be getting like, I be looking at them like, y'all capping because y'all know I'm not a big dog. Like, what y'all trying to say? Like we can mix. Like,
Look. Send the man
Shower in
got
and
his
throw
shit,
hands,
man.
yo.
He ready, man.
no, no, but that
My
did
man
happen
one,
to me
ready.
before, man.
one more,
I
one
believe
more,
you, man.
one more perception is that once they see me anywhere out, they just try to sell me weed. Like, how you know I smoke weed? How you know I
Yeah.
smoke weed? Like, do I
He
got a
gave you
shirt that
that
say I
notice.
smoke? Yeah, do I got a shirt that say I smoke weed? Fuck.
as he pulls out the blood. How you know I smoke weed, young buck?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, where
Where
was
the
I
fuck get that
today?
shit?
Yo, I swear I'm walking today, boy. Pull up. I mean, he drive up, head out the window. Yo, you smoke, bro? Like,
Oh,
what?
that's wild. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
That's
like,
wild,
no,
son.
I
That's
don't
bold,
smoke.
son.
Bro,
My,
go
my
ahead
man, my
before you
man
cause
said,
an accident.
how you know I smoke weed? How you know? how you
Got
know?
the
They bought this joint right at the corner store.
got the
Yeah,
mix.
He
chill,
got the
man.
lighters too. Like he
No, this
drawing.
joint, it ain't got no B. It's the ick, you know.
He got the ick.
Got the icky.
The ick for
That's
Got
how
the
they
the
know, bro.
Atwood.
icky.
Yo,
Exactly.
Justin make them Jones at the crib, bro.
Whatever.
He saw them Jones in a farm pack. On
Justin
top
got
That's
it
man.
it.
fucking.
That's it. Justin called a 1-800 number on the back of that shit too, man.
You already know. It's gonna be like, need a light? Ick's got your back. Whether you're lighting candles, campfires, or awkward, unapologetic conversations, this little lighter always comes through. Reliable, pocket friendly, and way cooler than rubbing sticks together. Ick is the real MVP of fire making. Just don't let your friends borrow it. We all know it's never coming back. Like- Yeah. No.
They all drawn.
But no, I feel you on that. Like I said, but no, like I said, perception versus reality. That's literally like it's life, man. Nowadays, man, everything and everyone in some way, shape, or form is one thing to have a brand and you're trying to build yourself up and you're trying to make sure that you're represented in a certain light. And it's another thing, in my opinion, to create like a facade or smoke and
Yeah, man.
mirrors. So I was just curious, on y'all end, like what that looks like what people normally perceive, about yourself. And I know our audience out there, by all means, please make sure, you share that in the comments as well too. What people commonly assume about you and they're wrong about it. What does that look like? We would love to see it. So feel free to put that into the comments as well.
Yeah,
But
facts.
perception
Now,
versus
hold on.
reality.
One thing tying into what you just asked. I got a question for you and Chavez, because Chavez, you probably get that a lot too, because you were outgoing. So when you come in and you not having your best of the day, do it bother you when people just expect you to be on that?
Yo, let me tell you, son. I be having a day. You say I come and have a day. Yo, I'm the guy that starts the day. Boom, boom, boom. Get the kitchen going. The days I be like, this ain't it though. They be like, you okay? You all right? You need something? You hungry? Leave me the fuck alone, man. Leave me alone. I'm all right. I'm
No, you can
okay.
use it as a
Let me
you can
go
use
to
it as a card though in your back pocket. Man, I don't feel like it today. I'm gonna go ahead and we can do everything. So they just gonna cater to you. They just gonna cater to you.
If they can do
Yeah, I
everything,
cannot. Yeah.
Nah, man,
be
you
on some
got
whole fake mad shit.
yeah, go in that joint, man. Go in that
like
joint.
Jay,
Just go there like to be real sad.
right? Like
They
Jay
like,
went
what's
through.
going on, Shabazz? You alright?
Yo, just like that. You all right? You all right? And I'm about to fucking snap, man. Man, then you gotta. All right, not to change the air in the room. You got like, woo sounds like, all right. Yeah, I'm good, y'all. Don't get me wrong, but I just need a moment. Everybody got their days because you got all types of people that you work with. When they have their day, they leave them alone. When I
But then
have
you
a
got,
day, everybody checking up on me. Yo, you good? It's a blessing in the it's a blessing in disguise. Because everybody making sure the good guy's good. But at the end of the
right,
day, you don't want to. I'm like everybody else. Don't touch him. Don't talk to him.
right.
It's being human.
See, that's why I
No, I
try
feel
to stay in the middle,
Yeah.
because I don't like when people notice when I'm here or here, like, because then they got too many questions and shit. Just like you said, people ask you, like, you tell people, like, oh, I need a moment. You got some people in the corner, oh, like, fuck, he mad about. He make more money than me anyway.
facts.
I should
Yeah.
be the
No,
one
no.
real mad at this bitch.
You,
Like, I'd
no,
rather you just never know about me. You just don't know. It's like, I'm on five
and
every
yo,
day.
that's the thing, man. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. The question you asked for me, I do feel pressure. Like,
Mhm.
I do feel like I need to live up. Like, I got to be Superman. Like, you ain't
Yeah.
gonna see Superman dragging his feet. That man always flying. His head is up high. Like he has no weakness. But in reality, we all know Superman. He weak to kryptonite. Like, there's something out there that literally can take him out. But I do feel that pressure a lot of the time, and I had to understand at some point. I had to learn that it's okay. Like, because if I don't, and I don't have that outlet to kind of like get that off my chest,
Right.
then I'm gonna self
What
implode, man. And
what Unc tell you? What Unc tell you? With pressure come great responsibility.
That's
bruh,
it, man.
Uncle,
fact,
was that Uncle
fact.
Ben? Am I got that
It's
Uncle
right?
Ben,
it's
Uncle
that's it.
Ben,
It's on the lines it is. Don't forget, Superman had to put the perception of Clark Kent, but that's not really him. He had to
Yeah,
Mm,
dumb
like
down his
two different
powers.
mm,
Jones.
He had to dumb down his powers just to blend in. When you're already great, because everybody see the greatness in you. When you're already great, it's just easier to everybody to gravitate towards you. Because who don't gravitate towards a superhero? It's like they
mm.
got everything. You gravitate towards the sun. The sun gives you power. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
another black. I think Superman was
and,
black,
and
but
that's and I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because in a line of work that I have, and I mean, and as a father, and obviously, a lot of us are fathers on here as well. It's I'm not trying to say you can't have a moment of weakness or a moment to yourself, because that doesn't necessarily mean that you're weak. But what
right.
I'm saying is ultimately your energy and your presence and your influence, it's more than just you. It's bigger than you. So
Yeah.
obviously in my line of work, I do a lot of mentoring, I do a lot of managing, supervising, motivating, inspiring. So if I'm down, they're looking for me to recharge their battery. And
Mm.
one thing that I had to learn, because that pressure that I was feeling on myself, is I got to think about my battery too. Like, I always have to pour from an overflow. Like, if my cup ever runs dry because I'm pouring into so many individuals and I don't have someone or something pouring back into me,
Right.
then I'm down. I'm burnt out. I'll
God
get burnt out. People
damn.
will see it.
Motivational speeches.
I
Email for
cannot.
inquiries, brother. Email for
That's
inquiries.
it.
Motivational speeches. Donations, please.
That's it, man. That's it. Put your cash app
Real
up
talk
there,
though.
man.
Real talk. So I got to pour back into
You gotta,
myself.
you
So I
gotta.
had to find things for me. Rather that's me taking a moment. to like, just decompress, me taking a moment, watching something funny on like a TikTok or something, me playing a video game, doing something, or again, reaching out to someone, making sure that I have a good friend, getting on here with you guys, like, or just sitting around, like doing something that's for me that'll recharge my battery, because it does take a lot to pour into other people. So again, I got to make sure I'm always pouring from an overflow, or I'm gonna run out. So I feel you on that.
I know, especially y'all parents and shit. I ain't get to that level. It's like it, kids is a 24/7 job. They don't care how you feeling, son.
Yeah.
They need you. When they need you, you just lost your shit at work. You slap somebody, kid like, Daddy, I need some advice. And you break it down. You like, fuck, I gotta dig deep. I don't know. I see my brother do
Yeah.
it. I see my sister do it. I feel like I will have that superpower, but outside looking in, I'm like, nigga, I'm out. You know what I mean? How's that
No,
though?
it's
I
How
deep.
think you
y'all
could do
manage
it
that
though.
part?
No, oh yeah, no, it's definitely doable, but it is deep because, like you said, you're never off. Like, mind you, yes, you need to do for you to recharge your battery because you're never off. So you get off from work, and like say you have a stressful day at work, you get off from work. The first thing, I can't speak for everybody, but I went through a moment where I'm like, yo, I don't want to talk to nobody after work. I don't want to even see. Like, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see so my son, he'll be so excited to see me. And I had
Right.
to tell him after a while, like, can you just give me a minute? But I had to realize, like, what am I really mad at? I'm mad at the fact that my son's excited to see me. Like, how does
Right.
that really sound? And it kind of hit me. I'm like, damn. So I started doing other things. I would sit in the car. I'll pull up, sit in my car, listen to music, listen to a podcast, or listen to silence. Just
Mhm.
just looking like a psychopath, just sitting in the car with silence until,
He
for like 30 minutes, get my
he
battery
like
recharged
this.
a little bit and then come in.
But yeah, I agree to that though, because like I always
So
always
yeah.
say like to people, like even like with your spouses, I don't have a spouse, but like your girlfriend or whatever, your boyfriend, like sometimes you gotta take like a little minute to the side before you open that door. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but like as a father though, like I've learned now to like you gotta have like little reserves of social bar left, because if you use
Right.
it all in the whole day, is you gonna be cooked. Then when you sometimes it feel bad when you don't have to give it to your family, because you burnt out after working all day or being outside, whatever you're doing. So you got to learn how to pocket those little reserves of social media, because it get crazy. So
Shit,
I
especially
agree.
with social, sir. Especially with social. I mean, that's the other perception that people in the reality. That's a whole
Oh
different
yeah,
ballgame. Everybody look good on. Hey, I'm gonna
Oh,
show you
oh
my
yeah,
muscles, but nigga, this stomach, nigga, this chest on up, nigga, it gonna be flexing, but
Bro, that
on
shit
down,
crazy.
to be continued.
People care. People care way more about what it looked like than what it really is.
Come
yeah.
on, son, and they don't know what you did to get there. You know,
Fuck no.
so we can dive into that. So, do you think that social media contributes to the gap between perception and reality?
easy, easy, easy. These get
So
rich scheme
it's
shits.
overlapping.
Yeah, man. Yeah, get rich scheme shit. People, now it's getting to the point on the perception with the BBL shit. Now you don't know who's a chick and who's a dude now, because that shit flipping. They got
You
you,
you checking that thigh
yeah,
to
you like
cheek
it's like that's
ratio?
a real thing. Cause people be like, yo, yeah, yeah. I'm like, yo, it happened to my boy. I ain't gonna bring him up, but it happened to this nigga. It was like, yo, look at this mother sucker. Boom, boom. Turn around and start going through pictures. It started looking a little crazy. You like, did you do some research before you want to show
Yeah.
everybody?
Look,
You
and
know what I
then
mean?
then then you click on the video and hit the sound John, and that shit
That's
like,
it.
hey
Sound like
y'all, how
Mook.
y'all doing? Right, sound just like me. How y'all doing?
Get the
Cool.
cash app.
Sound just like ain't
We
nothing
out.
wrong with
We
it.
outside.
It's different. Listen, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's just the perception of it's just the perception of
Yo,
it,
I
man.
could
You don't
not.
know what you're signing up for, man. You gotta ask people like 10,000 questions before you go on dates. Because now you don't answer phone numbers no more. It's on Instagram. Do you
Yeah.
look
Yeah,
like your filter?
I ain't never taken Instagram ever. Don't give me no Instagram. I'm taking that shit.
See, that's what I'm saying, Shad.
No,
But
no, not even just that though. Not even that. I mean, because we talking about, obviously, do we think it obviously it contributes to the gap? And I
yeah,
agree, because let's be real, like, and I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself. I've become a creature of habit to this as well too, where social media before, back in the day when it first came out, and I say back in the day, a couple of years ago, really, when social media first was like blowing up. I want to say 2005. I think 2005. I think that's when Facebook became a thing and everything
Don't
was all
forget
growing. But
MySpace, bro. MySpace was our
bruh,
shit, man.
bruh,
Don't forget. I
Black
mean,
Planet,
Tom.
all that stuff, yo. Y'all know Black Planet,
Black Planet
but
before my
I had a
time. I
Black
never seen
Planet,
it.
Planet.
I never seen
but I ain't had a
it.
MySpace though.
I really never seen it. I'm not even joking.
No, I believe you. It was a ghetto like MySpace, a ghetto. Yeah, it was. Nonetheless, it
That
was for
was
us by us. You know, before
Right.
during FUBU era, for us
that
by
was the
us.
FUBU era for real, man. You get
For
real black
social
on that.
Great
media.
value version.
But I know, right? Great value. But my thing is this: let's be real. Like it's a highlight reel.
Yeah,
Like I commend, and my attention span gravitates towards folks that are more realistic with what they post. Like if I'm seeing somebody constantly with a phone in their hand, they can be out and about. And what I mean by that is I get it. You're making content for whatever your reasons are. However, if you see that if I see you're out with your family and you're the only one with a phone in your hand, like recording yourself, and I see your family eating, enjoying themselves, why aren't you living in that moment?
yeah, man.
Like to be like, yo, hey, turn around real quick, cool, but or have somebody else record you. If you're a
Yeah,
content creator, have or put the phone on a tripod, something, and it can
Yeah.
record you. Just at least to me, that comes off as more authentic, and I lose interest when I see folks when it just feels staged. Because now I'm like, I find it hard to believe, especially like I said, when you're the only one with your device in your hand and everyone else is actually enjoying and living in that moment. I feel like
right.
you're missing that. So I feel like I said, it's a highlight reel. Like I feel like people just want people to believe or have the perception that everything is fine. Rather, if you're, someone's a mother and it's like, oh, everything's just so perfect. Or if you're in a relationship, my relationship is the best relationship in the world. If you're a guy, always happy. I'm at the gym. And the whole time they could be at home posting pictures about them being in the gym. So,
Or they
and
go
I,
to the gym. I seen this myself. They go to the gym. They throw water on their face. They do like a couple pumps. Gets to feel swole. Take a picture. And get the hell out.
See, I
Hey,
never
up
took
out
it
of
that
here.
far. I never took it that far, but I will say this. I'll be the first to say that if I was ever feeling down, something random time, I'll find like a good picture of myself where I haven't posted before. And I've posted it before in the past. Just
Yeah.
so I could, again, with the intent not to be like, oh, I'm perfect, but the intent to be like, oh, I can feel good about myself because people are gonna like my photo. So that's what I mean by like that
You see how
perception though. Like
you just humbly admitted that? Never
yeah, I
heard
mean,
that. I've never
hey,
heard nobody humbly admit that in my life.
I am
Everybody
who
else
I
will
am,
fight
man.
to the core and
You gotta
say they
be
don't have a reason
truly
for none of that shit.
unapologetic with
But
that,
it's a
man.
reason for everything.
Yeah, it's true. It's the reason, man. Especially with
Wait,
the
wait, wait. Matter of fact, I think our boy old school Kanye said it best. We all self conscious. I'm just the first to admit it.
Okay.
Like,
and he
what
out
we
there.
talking
What the
about,
fuck
yo?
you been
Like,
doing? Who you been? You just read
nah,
Michael
I'm a fan of
Eric
old
Dyson
Kanye,
books?
man.
That's it.
This shit is going
But
crazy.
I mean, I definitely agree with that. Like, cause like I said, it gives that people that self appreciation that they have. Like when you like a post or you can comment on something that they're sharing, like they feel like you're in my world now. So people, like I said, to y'all before, like those 4 A's, acceptance, appreciation, attention, and affection. Like everybody needs those. Everybody looks for that, and when you have like an echo chamber for just yourself, like your collage of you, when somebody peers into it, now you're full, you're happy about it. Like you feel fulfilled, I guess, when somebody's peering into your life. So that way it makes you want to exude more things like, oh, look at my low quality image of food, or watch me eat it. Like it's stupid, right? But
That part.
these things, like we want people to see that we're important to others. And
Mm-hmm.
we actually are. That's why it's kind of interesting, as you mentioned, like the family could be right there, but somebody else over there, taking a picture or a video or something else, they're missing. Maybe they're not accepted in their own family. Maybe they don't feel a part. I think some of those things are like a little more mental, but I think it's a deeper root overall, though. Like,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of
yeah,
course. I'm with you on that one. And then to play the devil's advocate on the other side, when you do, you say you follow like we boys, you know, when you're like Shafi, I'm gonna use you as an example. When you got on your fitness tip and you start, you know, juicing and stuff like that, that motivated me, man.
Not
I was like,
juicing.
on
They
some
not
real.
they fruit juices, natural fruit juices. They're not juice to get me pumped up, nothing like that. Just letting
Yeah.
y'all know.
Not like that, man. You talking about
My,
Dr.
my
Sadie
man,
type
juicing,
stuff, man.
juicing.
Dr. Sadie, man.
Yeah,
Dr. Sadie
that's
type
what
of juice.
Juice
Sean.
sound
Ain't that
crazy
big?
though. I ain't
Yeah, he got juiced
Justin,
up.
Sean was trying to get. He was trying to get husky. Just he was trying to get out
juice.
his.
He's
Sean
trying to
was
get
trying to get.
husky.
He was trying to get out his old size. Just
That's it. Young
what
folks
size
don't
shirt he
give a
used to
Bruh.
fuck,
wear?
man.
Hey,
True
just what
size.
size shirt he used to wear? Just
Yeah.
yeah,
You gonna
man.
put the baby T up, bro?
I still got the way t-shirts, man. Back in the day, you left it on the
Yo.
basketball court.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
You left the shirt on the court, man. I got you, man.
Let me get that
Oh,
drum, man. Let me
oh,
Hey,
get that
yo.
God.
drum.
Yo. I
Oh,
cannot, yo.
God. That was
You gonna
funny.
put up the baby gap T for me though? That's
Yo, that was
crazy.
crazy. That was funny.
He
But yeah,
cooked.
But
but yo, but
cut.
like that, Shy. You motivated me, bro. You started hitting. You get up in the morning, started hitting your workouts and shit, and your drinks, and you
I'm gonna
start
do
living clean.
200 push-ups when I get off this job, bro.
200. I'm right. I'm on your ass, man. I got it, man. Pause. That's
I'm
it,
gonna
man.
do 200
That's it.
push-ups.
200, man. I'm with you. We're
I
gonna have a
cannot, yo.
workout
No,
session too, man.
that's what I'm saying. So
I'm
when
with it.
folks are out there, like, so again, I'm speaking towards like my opinion on what I gravitate towards. When people gonna do
Yeah.
what they want, they can record what they want. But I'm all for that. Like when you real vibe, people recognize real vibes. So
Right.
end of the day, I'm with it. Like if things are legit in that sense, then yeah, you know, it touches, it inspires folks. It people can relate to it, is what I'm saying. But it's
Yeah.
just sometimes when I kind of see that energy and it's coming off like it's made up, I just keep swiping. Like, all right, like I ain't got time. Like, you know, this
It's
is your
too
highlights. This
perfect.
is your truth. Yeah, it's just your truth, but
Too
it ain't for
perfect.
me because I feel like I see right through it, and I start to not become a fan of it.
You know what it is? I think that some people are just fixed on catching the perfect moment instead of being in the moment. You know what I mean? It's in that way too. Like the reality of it is like, you know, like behind the scenes we do, you know, we crack the fuck up, we turn a little personal shit, but you know that you gotta please the audience that you wanna put this face up for. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
two, if you know, like what we talk about, if you used to be 100% yourself, it won't feel like you putting a mask on and feel that heavy because you're your natural self. Obviously, you don't want to share all the stuff about your life, but the stuff that you feel comfortable with, you should. You ask me any question in the world. I
Right.
deny. I'll swipe away the stuff I don't want to answer. But open book season is here.
Yeah,
Some
I got
people
that.
just put the open book. Like I know you got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I know you got a Starbucks drink. I know you just clocked in late. I know your
Real
supervisor
shit.
name. I know your route on your post route. I know, you know what I mean? I know your favorite hangout spot. After a while, they're gonna start putting shit together and
Yeah, oh
following
yeah.
your ass.
Yeah, real shit. I think I got the opposite
Facts.
issue. Like I'm always living in the moment, so I don't got no pictures or nothing. Like I've been places and vacations, I have no pictures. Like I just got all the, the memory. I get back like, damn, I ain't take one picture. I might have took a picture
Facts.
when I landed, and that's about it.
Right, right.
That's it.
No, I feel you on that. That's literally me, yo. Like, I don't get me wrong. Like, and it kind of sucks sometimes too, because you already know, when you go someplace, whatever, and you throw your shit on, next thing you know, you're like, I ain't got not one
Nah,
picture, yo. And you be surrounded by people that can take your picture, like even not just people that you don't. I mean, people that you know, no picture.
and you
Night's
fly.
over, already done, no picture, no nothing. Like you say, you living in the moment, and mind
But
you, it ain't no knock to those who take pictures. Like I'm with it. I want to take more pictures, but like you said, I feel like there's also like a time and a place, to take pictures. Like I feel like people need to enjoy the moment more.
You know what's crazy though?
Versus focusing on their perception of what they want people to believe.
Now it's crazy. Like, kind of add to what y'all two just said. Like even before social media, and the whole camera, phones, all that type of stuff, we can remember things from back in the day, like yesterday. And some of the stuff that happened the last couple of years, you might have a full whole album of pictures of your trip, and you're like, damn, I don't even remember how much fun I really had. You got to go through the pictures to remember. Oh, I did this, I did that. Like, so I do agree. Like, it's a waste. Like, it feels like it's like just capturing the part of your timeline. Like, it doesn't have any real substance. You know.
I mean, I go a little bit off the rail with that. I agree and disagree at the same time because it's once we get older, you need to learn and understand like the journey you went through, and the only time you can get that with memory gone is the stamp of that time. Like if you make the picture count, you would know. You know what I mean? Like us
Well,
having
most
a
of the
group.
time, you bet like these people when they 60 and 70, sorry, well, they ain't gonna have that iPhone. They need
Yeah,
to go get real pictures, like you talking about,
yeah.
like
You better
real
get.
good
Yeah, that's the
pics.
second thing. Get your
Cause
shit
I
printed.
I got whole gaps in my life missing because I just had it on the phone. Like literally years gone, no pictures. Other people got
Baby
pictures of me
pictures
and shit.
gone.
Like real shit. Like
Kid going from 1 to 5. Memory shot. So,
No, I do got stuff like that. Even my youngins, I'm like, dang, got it no more. So
yeah,
yeah,
like my youngest son, I mean my oldest son, I don't got a lot of his pictures, so he
listen,
gotta
y'all.
get
If y'all
real
listening to
pics.
this, start printing y'all pictures, man. It's cheap out there, man. Go to Walgreens or something and get 100 prints for like $10, something like that. Just
no,
get
right,
them. Just
right.
print them and stash them, man. That's it.
Yeah,
The ones you want, just
Justin
print them
do
and stash
printouts too. Just cash that Justin $100 to get the printout done for you.
them.
Now,
$100.
It's worth it, man. It's
Yeah, my
worth it.
boy
It's a
is a
good deal.
jack of all trades. This man is spectacular. I don't even know.
That's what I'm
I
talking
appreciate
about,
you,
man.
bro. But so here's the thing. So PSA, public service announcement. It's good to take pictures, enjoy, but don't forget to enjoy the moment.
Boom.
That's the PSA. So I mean, enjoy the moment, embrace the moment, live in the moment, and then capture it by all means.
Bang.
And I say that
Bam.
because if you don't and you share it, sure, people will love it. I probably may even like it. But in the same token, if I'm gonna see it for what it is. So if it's fake, I'm gonna see it as being fake. I'm gonna keep scrolling. I'm gonna like it and keep moving. But nonetheless,
Right.
to each his own. But that's just my message to those out there. Like I said, before you capture the moment, just make sure you live in it a
Nah,
little bit
don't
too.
like it and keep moving because that's gonna make their head bigger and they're gonna keep doing the same shit.
Hey, look, and like I
And
said,
we
oh,
going back
so
in the same swirl. We
no,
going back in
exactly.
the same hamster wheel.
Literally the same circle. But what I say is this though. So my question for y'all is this. So why do y'all think like we're more often than not concerned with how things appear rather than like how they really are?
Mm.
Why do y'all think that?
Well, because it was 4 A's for me. That's what I was gonna say. It was 4 A's again. That's what people looking for. They need that in life.
Man,
It's like food and water to some people now. Like this, how the
Yeah.
social media life is. They just need that.
I mean, that's just the direction everybody's going to now because it's the morale of like we talking about being in the present and creating some type of interaction is more so now in seconds. You know what I mean? I can scroll about, learn about you, and pictures 10, 5 seconds compared to, even interviews now. They only go first. You don't even got to do anything above and beyond just to make that point. You know what I mean? But just to triple back to it, it's all a big matrix thing to me, man. You know what I mean? It's matrix to me, man. If I can boil it down to one thing, it's matrix because it
yeah,
evolves every season. Like as technology evolves, the habits evolve to something different, and then the trends happen, and people get stuck on the trends, and then people start miscommunicating with each other because they seen the video of this and that, and it just all falls down to that, in my
yeah.
opinion.
And I think a lot nowadays, a lot of people don't feel like they did something if it's not like validated online or if everybody don't know like that whole thing. I feel like when I was coming up, I felt it was cool when a person had a bunch of shit and didn't tell nobody, or a bunch of money and
Yeah,
didn't tell nobody. But now the cool thing is to be like the entertainers and show it in every which way form possible. Everything is a red carpet. Like everybody won't be just like that. So it's just
I
different for
feel you on
me.
that.
Like that's totally. I can't deal with that type of spot. I don't like that type of attention.
It's funny you said that too, because that's tying right into my thought. Like as far as me saying, like, why do you think that we or the world is more concerned with that? To be honest with you, I think, like you said, I think we all have this tendency of thinking that we're in competition
I was
with each
just about
other.
to say that. Everybody wants
yeah,
to.
Yeah,
man.
like I mean, you think about that, and even if it's subconsciously, like just think about, because I think to myself again, this is not me just being like judgmental to anyone. I'm using myself as an example. Like there's times where I do thoroughly think through what I'm going to post, or I search through my photos to see what I can post, not on terms of to say that I'm like crapping on somebody else, but no, but for me to think like, what do I want to show the world? What do I want to be perceived as? Am I
I
the
mean,
only
that's
perceived that
important.
I'm that I'm happy, or that I'm stylish, or that I'm funny, or that I'm like whatever that is? And even if those things are true to my character and who I am, again, I'm still thinking about what I want to be perceived as
Well,
for
you
folks
can
that
control the
don't even know
So
me.
narrative.
like
You can,
say y'all all saying
Yeah.
the same things, like, right? So those four A's, everything y'all adding each person those four A's. But then like where people like we all understand life aside from social media. Where some people are like born into it, where they don't
yeah,
understand what self appreciation, acceptance, attention, affection is. They don't understand none of those things, so they look for it in these other places. Cause like when you say things like what you said, I'm trying to figure what how I am, how I perceive, you're literally in your most vulnerable state is with yourself, then publicly putting it on there, right?
hmm
Before it was just, statuses, then it became pictures, then videos, now you live. So
yeah,
like there's some people who probably really emotionally want to cry inside, but then people will laugh at you and say, why you, how you do all that, get online and start crying. But it's really a outlook. I mean, like they're going outward for that help or whatever. They may be doing it wrong, but then they're kind of alienated and shunned out and laughed at. So it causes like a lot of confusion though.
yeah,
Like
man.
with self. That you're looking at the world backwards, and then you feel real inside of social media, and you feel fake in real world.
Yeah,
Like
because yeah, I'm with you on that one. Because when you start posting your personal stuff on social media, you give ammo to people that don't have anything positive to say, start shooting darts at you. Compared to like if you're vulnerable around people in person, it hits different.
yep,
You can't say the things you want to say online, like
yep,
man the fuck up, well,
right.
get a bigger T-shirt. Like what the fuck they got to do with
You're gonna be
anything?
like, all
Yo,
caps.
just for
What?
no reason.
What you
But the
Mhm.
thing is, here go the sad part too. Everybody's chasing to be famous about something, good news
Mhm.
or bad news. Even with the trolling thing, they want to be famous, and
Yep.
that is an addiction that
Yeah.
people have now because people want to go viral. People want to have their comments posted on these viral pages. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
a big thing now. Now your perception, which you want to put out to the public, you can control the narrative because you're choosing what to put out to the public. That's very important too. You got to shield yourself, man.
Yeah.
The world get ugly,
You're absolutely right.
especially in the cyber world. Shit, nigga. Go down a rabbit hole. Take a picture with the wrong person. It's a rat. It's a rat. I see you in 5 years, nigga.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Hey, that digital footprint, it lasts a lifetime.
Yeah.
That's true,
Um,
man. That's the fact. Be
So I mean
careful what you
that's
post.
so that's the thing. So now it is a way of the world. So I feel like there still can be a healthy balance
Yeah.
with it. Because again, perception reality, like there are folks that literally is their job to be a certain persona, to have a certain character. And that character, like you said, could be uplifting and helping other individuals. Um, But at the same token, like I said, I feel as though it all ties to like intent
Yeah,
is what I think it is.
yeah, that's
Like
true.
if your intent is pure, then it'll shine through. I
Yeah,
don't think, I mean, there may be some folks out there that may still assume that, oh yeah, I mean, that person's character is always a happy person, so they got to be great. But then I feel like if the intent is pure, then again, to the mass majority, we'll know like, oh, I'm sure they got a bad day once in a while, whatever. But if the intent is literally just to put up smoke and mirrors, that's where I think
hmm,
the imbalance is kind of there. Because like you said, they'll sign off, and then whatever that may look like, they could be crying themselves to sleep. And it's
yeah,
like, but however, the world is, oh, that's the person, da, da, da. And it's like, I just feel like we should do a better job in focusing on having a healthier balance to that, so that, like you said, we don't get confused with the persona versus who you really are. Like you can't turn it on and off. Now you're like stuck in that
yeah,
mode, and
man.
without it, you can't breathe. Kind of ordeal.
Yeah,
So
That's
I agree
true.
with that.
That's true, yo. You know, that's how comedians and shit is. The people that's these famous people start committing suicide. You like, I thought they was happy. They got the money, they got the house, they got the car, they got a beautiful wife, their kids is eating. You know what I mean? It's like 2 weeks later, you find them jumping off a bridge or, you know what I mean? Something stupid, man, blowing their brains out. You know, because they're trying to keep
That's
up this.
actually an interesting point you brought up. Like I was thinking about like I guess like the mental health of like the community in general, like when it comes to like social media and internet. Like everybody wants to be funny, everybody's like comical, but if you realize like mental health is on the rise, like you said, suicide, people being, I don't
Yeah,
really believe in depression at all. No, not trying to be insensitive to people who do or go through that type of stuff, but I don't. Uh, and it causes all these I guess mental disorders and functionality things. So it's like, what rate are we really enjoying ourselves? Or like it feels like everybody's like actually in a facade, like where they're trying to be happy, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like
right.
you just said, like people will be comedians, and next thing you know, they killing themselves or they depressed and stuff like that. You see all the funny
Depressed.
memes and everything, but people are they angrier, they're sadder. People are getting divorced. Like it's like it's so backwards to me, man. It's like it's really fake out here. Like it's real
And then they
life.
don't want to seek help. You know you got some shit going on inside you,
But
man. Get some help, man.
most of the comedians are going through something. Though.
That's what I'm saying. That's you
Yeah,
laughing
so
at some
most
real stuff that happened in
that's
their
the
life.
beginning. Since the beginning of time. Shit, most comedians
well,
be
that's the
going
thing
through
though. That's where they pull a lot of their material from.
something.
Like, and even like comedians, or not even comedians, like let's take it down to grassroots. Us,
Yeah, yeah.
like us as individuals, like a lot of our greatest strengths comes from like our darkest moments in life. Like to have the ability to be strong or to endure, or like it don't get me, it comes from the trauma that we survived or that we're consistently going through, and we just find ways to live either along with it or to grow through it.
Yeah,
Like
but
that
but it's a problem though. It was only one gesture to the court. Now it's a whole court of gestures. You know what I mean? So if
Mm-hmm.
everybody's just making fun of themselves or their trauma, that's a bad community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where everybody's just living in this superficial comedic world where everything's humorous but really dark in the inside. Like you're laughing and crying, right? That's
well
bad.
well there's more to it though, so you're right, but I mean we kind of tiptoed around it or kind of mentioned it. Let's be real. I mean, when we talk about therapy, especially like in our community, it's kind of few and far in between. Like, mind you, it existed for years, and now we're
I'm in it.
hearing more about it. Like mental health is a huge thing now, and we're hearing more about it. Let's just go back to the most recent thing that I can think of, like the Olympics.
Right,
When
right.
it came down to those moments where those young ladies are out there, like, I need to sit out. Like I need to go work on myself, and they're mentioning therapy more, and comedians and all folks that may have had like a bad moment in life, either recorded or not, and they're talking about how they're working on themselves. They're going to therapy. So I feel like most folks in our culture, in our background, think therapy and we like, yeah, no, ain't nothing wrong with me. Like, not like you kind of shy away from it. So I feel like, Shy, like you said, it can be dark. It can be bad if we don't have that outlet. And professionally, I feel like at times we need to turn more to that professional outlet as well too, because a lot of our people ain't our people. They may be in our circle, in our corner, but a lot of
Right.
the times they're the ones that are like feeding into those demons you have and just telling you what you want to hear. Not for everybody, but just in general.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that person that's indifferent to
Right.
anything. They don't know you. They're supposed to be there to advocate for you, and they'll
That's
tell you
it.
like it is, rather if you like it or not.
Right. Right.
And they give you the tools to ration things out, man. Because I'm in it myself, and I learned a lot about myself that I do in the defense of just protecting myself. But once he gave me the tools to understand, listen to yourself, be more self-aware. I always had emotional intelligence, but it brought it to another level of like, you sure that was intelligent, but you was holding back information when you could have just pushed in, you could have been more successful, being more vulnerable. I feel like I gotta be a man. Like, nah, I got this shit.
So
I'm good.
let,
You
let, let me
good? I'm
ask you
good.
that. Since you brought that up, let me ask you: was that something that you went out and searched for yourself, or did someone suggest for you to do it? Meaning, what I mean by that is, were you just like open, being like, "Hey, I need to find therapy," or
Well,
like you
I
said, was
should
it
say
not
this.
forced? Was it
I got you.
suggested?
So me and my lady, we broke up. I just moved here to New York. We broke up a little bit after. So I was in the space of trying to find myself. So I picked up this book called No More Mr. Nice Guy, right? So it's a good read, guys. If anybody is suggesting to step your big foot forward, man, and start changing your life for the better, that's definitely a good book to pick up. But after the first chapter, it said you can apply all these steps I'm telling you, but it's not going to work unless you get therapy. Like, you be in a group or get therapy. All this stuff that you read after this chapter won't work. I guarantee you, because you're going to fall in the same behavior without being held accountable
Right.
that you when you came to pick up the book. So that happened. So I found a group that talked about the book, and I started talking to people. Listen, I was sitting next to this millionaire dude. This man got a Versace sweatshirt on. This shit $25,000. I'm looking at his leg. I'm like, yo. And they got somebody working at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm sitting there with him. They got this guy, and everybody's sharing their story. And you like, yo, we all got the same shit. Everybody got the ego driven, like, nah, my shit ain't like that. But you never know what type of jewels you can drop on somebody else that went through the same thing. So fast forward, I stopped and I was like, you know what, my lady I go with now, we was talking about, no, reverse a little bit. Kevin Samuels became a thing during the pandemic. So I'm trying to get my shit up, trying to look good, get into the gym, make sure my appearance is everything. And he's like, listen, if you really want to get your shit together, seek therapy. Like, I did it. I got an image consultant. I make sure I look good. I feel good in and out. And I suggest you do that. That's like a second reoccurrence of what happened. So did that. My lady helped me. I told her I was going to do. I had to be vulnerable with that. She said, I can help you. I found this, my therapist now, Dr. Jackson. We've been kicking it for like 2 years. And it changed my life for the better, man. Like, I prepared to be who I am now and living how I'm living now because I just know what to do and how to present things positive to my life now. And that I used to throw shit to the side, with the emotion and everything, man. So I advise it to people who are
Beautiful,
listening to
man.
this, man. Yeah, man. Because because you can't just work out just your body. You gotta work out your mind. You gotta work out your spirit. You gotta meditate. Like I told you, like you inspired me when you was doing your juicing, man, and you're working out shit. Like that really inspired me to like, you know what I mean? It sounds
Thank
stupid
you.
in the sense, but in the sense, however, how often you post it, when you do, when it goes by my timeline, I'm like, yo, Sha doing his shit, yo. I'm doing my mental work, you know what I
You
mean?
know,
Because
you know what's dope with that too, with the whole shot thing you showing. I mean, saying outside of you saying the juicing, which is hilarious, but outside of that, like that's the thing. And when we talk when I say real recognize real, like when Shaw posts his stuff, he's not just posting when he's hitting every single rep.
No.
Like I remember seeing like one of his first videos, my man like, oh, for a moment it was like he forgot how to jump rope. My man showing himself trying to jump rope, and my man missing, like he's stumbling and like, and I'm like,
Yeah,
why?
man.
Why would he post again? That perception was in my head. I'm like, why is he posting that? And I'm like hitting him up, joking around with him, like, bro, you forget how to jump rope, like kind of poking at him. But that's my point. He's showing like who he was to show his growth as he continues to go on that journey, and that was dope. Like that was completely like real, So I give you that shot, like like you said, yeah. Outside of you kicking the kids off the playground so you can do your pull-ups,
we the same size,
it,
guys.
man.
I mean, we blend in. We the same
That's
size.
it.
We good. I ain't
End of the
taking too
day,
much
I
room.
love your transparency with that. But no, Vez, I definitely we definitely appreciate you in sharing that, because
Yeah.
it's tough. I mean, not a lot of people will talk about things like that. Hell, I mean, it is what it is. Like even for me, like I've been to therapy a few different times, and for me, it was always like kicking and screaming. I'm a heavy thinker. I'm constantly thinking, so it's like I can fix myself, but at the same token, that ain't true. But the difference for me is this: I know there's still with a lot of things that I've been through in life, and obviously you guys are more familiar with all the things that I've been through, and who knows, over time, the audience will get a little more familiar as well. However, for me, we all live with our demons.
Yeah.
Like some people call it a dark passenger. Some people say it's their demons. At some point, I want to get to the point where, because some things you can't ever get away from, but there are things that you can learn to live with. And my goal is to be able to live with, the demons and, my dark pasture on the inside of me. And the difference is the reason I know for a fact when it's time for me to kind of sit down and really peel back the onion, as we discussed before, this whole onion aspect of things, I know for a fact I'm going to have to really tear myself down before I'm able to rebuild. And I'm transparent right now because I know I'm not ready for that. So for now, I'm living with my demons, and all the things, the trauma and things that I've gone through, and I'm piecing through it, sure, but I do want to, one day sit down and professionally kind of hash it out, because I know it's needed, but I know I need to do it at not even the right time, because there's never a right time.
No.
I need to do it when I know for a fact I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you will never be ready because I wasn't ready when you just got to take a leap. You just got to take the consultation. You talk to the mother second, you be bored. You be like, it's Sunday. I really want to do this. That's what I did. I called. He didn't pick up. 15 minutes later, he called back. I was nervous as a motherfucker. Like it was like a call from a TV show. And we had a conversation. I talked to him like I talked to y'all, man. So it felt more home. But he taught me that the demon that you have, don't worry about that per se. You just focusing on it in the wrong light because that is you. You live through a situation, but that doesn't define you, right? It'll help you just navigate around. Why would you feel like that was demon time? Because that's your protection for whatever the case may be. So, like you said, you unpeel the onion, but you understand it's not as harsh as people make it to be. It can be like, oh shit, I was just scared of Skittles this whole time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't with you, yo. You unpeel that onion, you gonna start to cry, brother.
That's it, man.
That's what I'm saying, I gotta be ready.
That's it.
Again, like I said, perception, reality, is all things. Just be more mindful, live in the moment. Some of the things you can kind of think of, but I do have something I want to share overall with everyone, listeners, with you guys in general. So if you let people's perception of you dictate your behavior, you're never going to grow as a person. But if you leave yourself open to experience, despite like what others think, then I believe that you can learn and you can grow. So it's kind of on par with what you were saying that the therapist was sharing with you and things like that. But I wanted to make sure I kind of left, the viewers out there, the audience out there, and you guys obviously with that message. But yeah, obviously, this is something that we can continue to talk about,
That's it.
later dates as well too,
The perception
but
of you being fixed compared to the reality. You need to fix your shit so you can be better. Live your best life now, man. The fuck everybody waiting for, man? The fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, Jay, I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Shy, Mook, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too,
We bring
brother.
a lot to the table, man. But the reality is, if we never had these conversations, the perception is we think we already know the shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We already
Yeah.
know what you gonna do. No, nigga, I got called. Just the reality. I gotta make sure everybody good.
Right.
Just tell me the truth. You good? Not right now, bro. I get it, but when you need me, I'm here. You know what I mean? Just reach out and talk to people that. And like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. Just to end off on
Yeah,
my
for
side.
sure. Community and passion. Compassion.
Come
That's what we
on, son.
need.
That's a
Fact.
tattoo across my neck. I'm gonna get like Mook shit right there.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Mooka done convinced us all. I thought I would never have tattoos on my chest and whatnot ever. I'm like, never. Just my arms. No, I got tattoos on
Yo,
my
I
chest
want to
now.
get one, yo.
Bruh.
I got an idea for one, yo. I
The
guess
chest hurt, dog. I ain't even gonna front.
That
No,
shit
that joint
don't
was
hurt.
straight.
That shit don't
Up
hurt.
here feel crazy.
No,
But
you gotta have that extra muscle up there,
yeah,
man.
Chill. I
it
got
might
I
be
gotta
this.
like
get my
it might
pep
be
up.
hitting different like skin because your bone structure is small. So nah, man, that's another story.
Yo, I can.
If
I'm
y'all
not
want
just
to
saying,
mention,
y'all
let me
gonna.
know. I mean, if y'all
I'm
want
just
to mention
saying, man.
something, let me know. You know what I'm saying? No handicap or nothing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, bro. I was trying to explain
bro,
nah, man. I was trying to
my
explain the
bad,
No,
Tay.
you
table
was
to
trying
him.
to cook me, but
I
be
ain't
polite
even
about
like
it.
no.
You was trying to be polite about cooking me,
Yo,
bro.
I cannot, yo.
That's cool. I've been up
Yeah,
since
well,
5 in the morning.
yeah,
Shit,
You
cooking
start
me, man.
singing.
well,
That's how low. That's how I'm
that's all for
tired
today's
just about.
episode. That's all for today's episode. If you like content like this, please subscribe, leave
Subscribe,
reviews,
y'all.
and by all means, share your own perception versus reality stories in the comments.
Yeah, man.
We
Talk
love
your
to hear
shit.
them. We love to see them. When we run back a part 2, we can discuss them too. So please share them in the
And
comments.
let's see who can roll it faster blunt, man. So write in the
Here's that
comments.
Come on,
challenge.
Yeah,
man.
I mean
The
challenge.
gauntlet is out.
Yeah, I'm
But
Let's
excited.
hear
I
it.
might have to get
Put the
back in that
money on.
challenge. I'm
Put the money
tired.
on the table. Put the money on the
Shit.
table, man. Who gonna
Put the
roll? Who gonna
money
roll a
on the
blunt?
table.
And I'll put a
but hey,
paper on it. You don't even gotta put a paper on it. I'll put a paper on it
Man,
and
he got
still
a
finish
big as
you
a
put
before
a
That
you.
paper on.
blunt,
blackjack
that
hand.
blunt
Yes,
sloppy
sir.
as
I'll
shit.
put a
That joint
paper
don't
on it
even
and still
pour.
finish before you. You feel me? That's all I'm
Yo,
going about.
Bruh.
That joint don't
I
even
cannot.
pour.
But as y'all know, until next time, stay true, stay bold, and keep embracing your authentic self.
yeah, man.
All right, fellas.
Yeah.